Late April 1979, I'm 14 years old and standing in the corridor of the Pediatric Oncology Clinic at Rhode Island Hospital. I'm there because my sister has been diagnosed with pediatric leukemia. I'm waiting for the bathroom. I've been waiting a minute. I knock on the door. Just a minute, a young man's voice comes out. The door opens. I'm stunned. Out walks the most beautiful and energized human being I have ever seen in my entire life. I can't move, I can't walk, I can't talk. He's pouring the mysteries of the universe at my feet, rainbows going over my head. He giggles. Hey, he says, and walks by. I can't move. I just turn and follow him down the corridor where he stops one more time and looks at me and laughs and walks into his treatment room. Heidi, 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 Heidi. I'm being shaken back to reality by the pediatric phlebotomy nurse, inches from my face. I believe she thought I was catatonic, and indeed I was. But I woke with a purpose. I had to find him. I had a telephone book. I had a road atlas. I found out his name was Joey Junkin. I found out he lived in Providence. That's great, because my grandmother lived in Providence, and we were there 3 days a week. I went to the phone book. I found out the address. I went to the road atlas, and bingo, he lived 1 block behind my grandmother's house. Okay. For the next 3 months, I walked up and down, 1,000 times in front of his house, did all kinds of errands for the neighbors. I never saw him once. Dejectedly, I'm standing in the plate glass window of my grandmother's house. He walks right by. He doesn't even see me. He doesn't even look at me. The very next weekend, I put myself right on the sidewalk with a sketchbook and pencils and pretended to render my grandmother's very boring ranch house. Within 20 minutes, pay dirt, he walks up. I'm in heaven. He recognizes me. We laugh. He introduces me to his house. For the next 6 months, I'm with Joey every weekend at his house. Absentee father, mother who works all the time. It's me and Joey and his sister. We do much of nothing. I'm 14, he's 17. We laugh a lot. We watch a lot of silly movies. We listen to a hell of a lot of music. We had 1 fumbled kiss in all that time, but we got through it. We got over it. It wasn't about that. When I was with Joey, the world was alive. Every cell in my body was on fire. When I wasn't with Joey, I was thinking about the next time I would see him. January 1980. I had turned 15. I came in the door from school. I was wriggling out of my ski jacket. I look on the table. It's open to the Providence Journal. It's open to the obituaries. I walk over and start reading. My world suddenly goes to gray. The floor falls away. I'm reading his obituary. This is impossible. I had seen him 6 days ago. I was going to see him the very next day. This grief, this magnitude of grief, I had never known. I could not explain this to myself. It must be impossible. I went to bed that night, laying there in the darkness, a pair of eyeballs. My body was numb. I couldn't feel anything anymore. But I knew what I had to do. I had to find him again. The very next day, I boarded that rusty Greyhound bus that went between Taunton, Massachusetts, and Providence, Rhode Island, after school, of course. Took it into Providence. Took the other bus, the city bus, to the stately gates of Swan Point Cemetery. Maxfield Parish afternoon. It was golden hour, long golden shafts of light over the snow. I walked through those gates and I began to walk. I thought I would see a fresh grave. Day turned into night. The streetlights came on. I was walking from puddle of light to puddle of light. Pitch black. I was a little scared. I saw a pair of headlights begin to snake its way towards me through the monuments. Car pulls up next to me. I kept walking, smelled cigarette smoke. Window rolls down. Darling, get in the car. Come on, I gotta close this place up. I wasn't gonna look. I kept walking. 40 feet later, I notice it's a cemetery car. I feel slightly better. He says, darling, come on, get in the car. Come on, I'll give you a tour of the cemetery on the way. I'll introduce you to some of my friends. I look over, I laugh, I get in the car. My hand is on that handle the entire way. As he's driving back to the gate, he says to me, why are you out here anyway? I said, my friend died, and I thought I could find the grave. I said, okay, listen, here's what we'll do. I'll take you to the office. I will go into the directory, because I can do that. I'll find out where he's buried, and you come back tomorrow, okay? Sound like a plan? It's like, yeah, fine, okay. We drive to the office. This next part I can't ever explain to anyone with sufficiency. The car, we park, lights come out of the office through the car window, and suddenly everything is underwater. Everything is sort of sparkly. It's vaporous. I feel like I'm breathing underwater. It's fluid. It's like I'm moving in glycerin. He says to me, what's your friend's name anyway? I'll go find out. I said, my friend, his name is Joey Junkin. For 30 seconds, I feel him staring at the side of my head. I turned to look at him. He said, that's my son. I sat there. I did not know what to think. He said, I'll take you to him. He brought me to the most beautiful white marble mausoleum I've ever been in. It was all too real. It was the most real piece of my entire life. I spent time in that mausoleum. Joey was there behind the wall. I could see it. I could feel it. It was real. I left the cemetery. I walked through those gates. I walked to a payphone, and I called my mother to come and get me. But for a very long time, my life did not feel real. The time I was with Joey felt real, and those times in the cemetery, I felt very real. If there's one thing that I learned from Joey, was that you live once, life is short, you have to live with your heart, you have to live and love fully, because when you do, that's when the possibility of magic happens. Thank you.